Shalom. Uh, Welcome. Keeping the Feast of Tabernacles. Reading from the book of Proverbs, chapter 16. The preparations of the heart in man, and the answer of the tongue is from the Lord. All thy ways of a man are clean in his own eyes, but the Lord weighteth the spirits. Commit thy works unto the Lord, and thy thoughts shall be established. The Lord hath made all things himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. Everyone that is proud in heart is an abomination to the Lord. Anyone that is proud in heart is an abomination unto the Lord. Though hand join in hand, he shall not be unpunished. By mercy and truth iniquity is purged, and by the fear of the Lord men depart from evil. When a man's ways please the Lord, he maketh even his enemies be at peace with him. I'm going to say that again. When a man's ways please the Lord, he make even his enemies to be at peace with him. So, I'm not the greatest, I'm not the strongest in the word, but I'm doing my best to keep his ways, his statutes, and commandments. The scripture right here, I wanted to point out, spoke to me mainly because, though I keep the Sabbath and they look like, man, why is this dude getting these days off, man? What religion is that, right? Oh, he thinks he's holier than people and this and that, and all these people that say stuff, right? I'm not really concerned with personally, right? But we see here, by keeping his ways, we please the Lord, but that makes even our enemies be at peace with us. So, better is a little with righteousness, that the great revenues without right. A man's heart deviseth his way, but the Lord directeth his steps. A divine sentence is in his lips of the king. His mouth transgresseth not in judgment. Just weight and balance are the Lord's. All the weights of the bag are his own. It is an abomination to kings to commit wickedness, for the throne is established by righteousness. Righteous lips are the delight of kings, and thy love with him that speaketh right. The wrath of a king is as a messenger of death, but a wise man will pacify it. In the light of the king's countenance is life, and his favor is in a cloud of the latter rain. How much better is it to get wisdom than gold? How much is it better to get wisdom than gold? And to get understanding rather than be chosen than silver. The highway of the upright is to depart from evil. So our path is fast, right? Verse 17, chapter 16. The highway of the upright is to depart from evil. He that keepeth his way preserveth his soul. Pride goeth before destruction. Pride goes before destruction. There's a lot of people that are so prideful, right? Whether it be in their job, whether it be in ministry, wherever it be, even within their homes, and they have this certain pride about themselves, this arrogancy, right? This, this way about themselves, right? And it gets so high to a point to where destruction comes, whether it be the wife leaving or, their ministry collapsing. Sometimes people are so prideful, man, that they put themselves before others, and they think they're better than others, and therefore they lose their way. So I say, to the upright people, man, try to stay focused, man. Let us not boast about ourselves. And yeah, we take delight in the things of the Most High, especially when He uplifts us, right, and puts us up in a higher level. But at the same time, be cautious that you're not in pride. Better is it to be of a humble spirit with the lowly than to divide the spoil with the proud. He that handleth a matter wisely shall find good, and whoso trusteth in the Lord, happy is he. The wise in heart shall be called prudent, and the sweetness of their lips increaseth learning. Understanding is wellspring, life unto him that hath it, but the instruction of fools is folly. Listen, guys, we be at work, and I know for myself, we have a lot of young and old people, at my job. And the smart ones will take advice from the people that have been there for a while, right? We're talking like veterans in the job and whatnot. And the fools think they know it all, right? And they'll take wisdom from their peers, even though their peers are also new as well. And so it just kind of reminded me of this, whether I was in construction before, you know what I'm saying, or in the streets, or even now, what I'm doing now. And, I just, jeez, I'm going to read that again. 22, understanding is a wellspring of life into him that hath it. For if you have understanding, it's like a wellspring of life. But the instruction of fools is folly. The heart of the wise teacheth his mouth, and addeth learning to his lips. Pleasant words are as a honeycomb, sweet to the soul, and health to thy bones. There is a way that seemeth right unto man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. He that laboureth, laboureth for himself, for his mouth craveth it of him. There's some things that we got going on within my home, within my family, and then for the later part, as we grow older, I have some investments and things that I'm really trying to put into. And it seems like no matter if I get a second job, it don't matter what I'm trying to do, man. I could never seem to get ahead, because you get more money, you get more problems. You got more money, you got more bills, right? For some reason, like the electricity want to increase, or say gas want to go up higher. And so it doesn't matter if I try to make more money. It's like when I try to do good, I find evil present with me. But it's like, no matter how much times you try to get ahead, there's always a way. But the Lord he knows what we need, right? He knows what our wants are. You know what I mean? We have to continue to put our faith in him, knowing that on his time will everything happen. He that laboureth, laboureth of himself, for his mouth craveth it of him. An ungodly man diggeth up evil, and in his lips there is a burning fire. A forward man soweth strife, and a whisperer separateth chief friends. A violent man enticeth his neighbor, and leadeth him into the way that is not good. He shutteth his eyes to the device of froward things, moving his lips with bringing evil to pass. The hoary head is a crown. We're talking about, usually older people, they have gray hair or white hair. It's called hoary head, right? The hoary head is a crown of glory, if it be found in the way of righteousness. So it could be a righteous thing. It could be a glory if it's found in the way of righteousness. He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that ruleth his spirit, then he taketh his city. The lot is cast into the lap, but the whole disposing thereof is of the Lord. So these are just kind of like little nuggets that I feel the Most High has given me, right, spiritually wise, to share with y'all, because every day, even during the feast and whatnot, we go through things a lot and trying to seek even the smallest guidance, right? Because whether it be our wife talking to us, or our children, talking to us, or our bosses, or our friends, or acquaintances, people at the grocery store, there's little things that come into mind, right? It's like, man, really? Like, are you gonna be rude like that? Like, and we really got to check ourselves and stay in the way of the Most High. We see the ways of the wicked, the ways of the world, right? When they're not lined up with the Most High, they just have a certain mannerism about themselves. They're less friendly to their neighbors, right? They don't try to do the right thing all the time. They try to get over on people, whether cutting people off or trying to get ahead in line. And you know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, like, go ahead and get in front of me, because it's not even worth it, because I already know it could be a test, or you're just simply not of the Most High, right? Because a courteous person usually is a person that's more neighborly, more loving, more caring for that person. And so usually we should find this with the people that are serving the Most High, but not always the case, because a lot of people, We read earlier in the beginning of chapter 16, some of them are prideful, right? And you claim to be a believer, but you're too prideful, right? The way you carry yourself and arrogance, you know what I'm saying? Because you got more fringes, because your fringes are longer, because you think you're holier or whatever. We are set apart, a peculiar people, but never forget the roles that we're supposed to play with loving our neighbor, right? With being friendly, we're doing the right thing, right? Not sinking down to the world's level, but staying on pace, on the path, on the highway the Most High has given us. Not an easy thing, but the Most High says right here. Where we at? It says right here that the Most High is happy with those that do His will. So let's continue to just focus on Him. You know, get on your tabernacle, spend some time with the Most High, prayer. If you can fast, you know, and just give the time to the Most High and acknowledge Him in this time of Feast of Tabernacles. We know the time is short for us, whether wars or rumors of wars, financial crisis going on globally. You know what I mean? The global power is jockeying for position. The currency is changing. Mandations are being made behind closed doors. We're all being fooled and we're all being bamboozled. There's a lot of stuff going on in media that's distracting us from what's really going on. And I would just say, stay encouraged in the things of the Most High. You won't be led wrong. Take it from my experience. I used to be a whole different person. Never really read the word. You know what I'm saying? Actually, I kind of despise people like this because I felt like they were just followers. And, you know what I mean? And I always felt like there was leaders out there that would just take advantage of people. And I never really liked it. I thought it was a white man's book. Turns out it's everybody's book, right? Anybody that's trying to be holy, anybody that's trying to be righteous, if they abide by His ways, I call them my brother. So just wanted to share that with y'all, and I hope you got something out of this.